hit right behind the boat like that. Yeah, that's gonna be a little better fish right there. Hey, good morning, folks. Brad Cross here at BJ's Outdoors. Hey, down here on Tennessee River this morning. Gonna do a little. I've been calling it bumping, man, but it's not really bumping. It's walking baits. We're gonna walk some baits back, or I'm gonna walk some baits back. I guess we are. Y'all with me? But anyway, I got skipjack today, man. Fresh skipjack, frozen fresh. Don't have much current today, but I don't think it's gonna matter doing what we're doing. So I'm excited to be back down here, man. It's something new to me that I've been itching to do over the years, and I finally figured out how to bump a little bit. Well, here we don't have a lot of current. Throughout most of the spring and really in the summer we don't have any. They only running about 10,000 this morning, but you can still walk baits, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm spot locked down here. We're not gonna stay out here very long. This about been pretty early, and then it shuts down, around 10 o'clock. But I'm gonna get some out and see, man. I'm gonna start out using 2 ounces of weight. That's what worked last time. I may have to downsize on my weight and everything. Some of y'all already know I've showed my rig in a few of my bumping videos. That's what I use there. That's a 10-aught bounty hunter by Mid-Atlantic. Got a heavy duty swivel. That's a 50-pound leader line. That right there is half of a 3-inch peg float, man. That's what I use. I got a little rattle on it. I got a 3-way heavy duty swivel by Mid-Atlantic Catfish. And my leader right here, man, that's 40-pound big game line. That's what I use for my lead line. And up here I got 70-pound Hercules. These are the Stalker bumping rods by Rippin Lips, man. That's an awesome rod, man. I don't think there's a better one out there. I've caught some big fish on this thing, and they're solid, man. You can feel everything. I'm talking about every little rock, crevice, whatever. You can feel it plumb down to the butt right here. So we're gonna get these out, man, and see what we can do. So y'all stay tuned. All right, folks. We're ready to go. I may have to move over until I get the right current seam here to get this thing to walk down. And I may be the perfect spot right here. Just have to kind of wait and see. I don't like to walk mine back real fast. And the crazy thing is you know when you're in the right spot, because you get bit just about every time you bump back in a spot. Two ounces is usually a good weight to use. Oh, I got a bite that time. Sure did. I ain't even got it out from behind the boat too far. I went up on the lake yesterday and tried to drag. I did catch fish, but I didn't catch anything any size. And but there was no current on. It was running like it is today, just very little. And you got to have current. I don't guess you got to have current, but to do what I do and the fish that I catch, they're current related. So if you got current, it definitely helps. Get the fish active, puts them in more predictable places to catch them. I'm just gonna move around in here and until I find them, because they don't never sit in the same spot. It's all current generated here, and they'll get behind a rock, or down in a hole. It's just all kind of different things that moves them around. But you just have to kind of move with them each day until you find them. The good thing about having 2 rods is some places up here I got 1.5 ounces on now on this one, which I hadn't got nothing on that one yet. But once I find a fish, if I need to, I can have one reel with the heaviest weight I have to use, and then I'll have another one with the lightest weight that I can get by with. So when I move around from spot to spot, instead of fumbling around trying to change out weights, I just pick up another reel, because they're identical. Identical setup, same reel, same rod, same pound line. That one's got high vids on it. That's all I had. Really didn't have enough to fill the reel up, but it'll do for now. And this one's the same thing. It's identical rod and reel setup, stalker bumping rod, Kamakun 400 Hammett reel with 70-pound Hercules braid. So everything's identical. I have the drag set the same on both of them. And that way, when you get a fish on, you don't have to do nothing but concentrate on getting him in the boat. These are new reels. This is the first time I've used them, so I do have to kind of fine tune them on the drag and everything. For me, the oversized power handles work better in this strong current, especially if you're trying to get one up to the boat, staying locked down. The gear ratios and stuff, and it don't have to be what I use, although I would recommend, if you're into bumping or if you're wanting to get into it, check out these Rippin lips rods, because the stalker, man, like I said, my thumb, that's why I keep my thumb right there. I can feel every little thing that I touch. I can tell when I get against a rock. I can tell, when I get a bite. I can even feel that current running over my line, just touching that tip right there. I have used one other bumping rod for another application. I didn't do any bumping back then, but it had nowhere near the sensitivity these do. They're designed, like I said, people don't do any bumping around here or walking baits. I've never seen anybody doing it. Unless we have a tournament come through or something like that, you'll have some guys up here from other states that actually have bumping waters that come up here and do it. But bumping and stuff like that, I feel like was designed for like the Mississippi River. I like when that drops off in a hole, man. It feels so good. It feels like, that's usually where you get bit, behind a hole or behind a rock. But you definitely, you just want to have a sensitive rod, a strong, powerful reel, and some real good line, because these things hit so hard, man. They will break you off in a split second. They'll cut you on the rock. When they grab that bait, they turn and usually try to go back to their little cubby hole, which is usually behind a rock or down in a hole behind rocks, or either in a rock pile. So you definitely want to have some good line. I've got 70 pound on mine, which that's what I use for everything. Dragging, anchoring, suspended, I use 70 pound. 70 pound braid. Oh, there he is. Yep, there he is. As soon as it fell off in that hole. He ain't no big one, but hey, we'll take him. That's the first fish. Trying to keep my mic from getting beat up with my rod until I got it right here in a bad spot. This is one of the smaller ones you normally catch up here, and that's what I was telling y'all. You normally don't catch anything any smaller than that, mainly because everything else that comes up here any smaller get eaten. Well, you got you a mouthful of that head, didn't you? Calm down, son. I promise you. There's some guys up here that will put you in a cooler, but I'm not going to. It would be a good one for somebody to eat. You got to give me that head back. I got plenty of bait, but still. Nice blue there, folks. Good starter fish, bumping. Like I said, that's about as small as you're gonna catch up here. I'm gonna freshen my bait up some. Sometimes, I mean, I love using the head bait, don't get me wrong, but man, I miss a lot of fish on heads. And I've seen real quick, you don't have to have big baits to do this. And your hookup ratio is a lot better on smaller bait. For me, anyway. If we had real strong current, you know, like a lot of places do, keep that bait off the bottom better, I would probably consider using bigger baits and bigger hooks. But like I said, this right here works for me. And if it ain't broke, I definitely ain't gonna try to fix it. So. Oh, there he is. I knew once I got off in that hole. He ain't no big fish. Hey, we'll take him, man. We're just after me saying that there ain't no small fish up here, or no little fish. Then I catch probably the smallest one I ever caught up here. We'll take him, man. Dude, you messed yourself all up. You got the hook and the line wrapped around your face. Nice blue, folks. Fresh bait is the key. I will say that. Oh, golly. Man, as soon as that sucker hit bottom, I dropped off in the hole and grabbed it. These fish right here will eat your lunch, folks. You've got to be holding on to that rod because they'll jerk it out of your hand. That was a pretty good hit right there. I'm gonna go ahead and get my wife's bumping rod set up while I'm out here, and that way when she does get the opportunity to go, that don't have to worry about it. We're good to go. These dropper loops, folks, what you do, you take and squeeze the pinch the end of it right there. For y'all that don't know, most of y'all do, I'm sure, but run it through that loop like that and come around that ledge just like that right there. What that does, it gives you quick access to changing out your lead, and this gets you back in the water, gets you fishing quicker. And then if you break off, just tie you another loop in that line. And hers don't have as much line on it as mine. I got some line ordered, but this is all I had for right now. But just want to get the drag and everything set up mainly. You can't feel much. For me, an ounce is about the least I can go. I can't feel. Anything less than that, you want to feel. You got to be able to feel that lead on the bottom. No, I ain't caught no big ones this morning.
Catching the regular size?
Yeah, just some 4 or 5 pounders.
Yeah.
They ain't got enough water on today.
Yeah. We go out there to strike. We'll catch them.
I seen y'all catching some nice ones.
Oh, some big ones. We caught one smallmouth about 4 pounds.
Really? Yeah, I seen y'all wearing them out up there.
Anything to pull on the string.
Yeah, that's all it takes, buddy. Y'all have a good one. Yeah, that's the only thing about these dams. You know, I told y'all they're running, you know, they're not running much current. They're running plenty to, you know, to sit up and do what I'm doing, but to position the fish, you know, it takes a certain amount, a certain direction, because you know this current right here is turning toward the bank. It's supposed to be going down the river, and that's the thing. It's positioning the fish in different places and where they're set up at. You know, you want your bait going downstream, of course, you know, because that's how they're smelling. Which here it's kind of crazy, but my bait is going down current and my scent's going down current. But the fish, you know, the way they position in certain spots, you know, they face upstream, you know, and up current. But it's hard to get that bait to go down like it needs to from the side like this. But we're gonna keep on at it. Like I said, I ain't definitely ain't giving up yet. I got plenty of bait and plenty of time. You know, if it takes longer than what I expected to be out here, then so be it. We're gonna keep on at it. Anchor definitely. There he is. I knew there'd be one back there in that hole. That's a better fish right there. That's a better one. Might have to net him. He may just be a mean one. He got a little bit better. He ain't no, like I said, he ain't no monster, but he's a good fish. I'm gonna have to net him because he's barely hooked on the outside of the mouth. They getting bigger, folks. That definitely ain't no mongo, but hey, like I said, man, you don't know what you're gonna catch up here. Where there's that size fish, there's big fish. So that's what gets me excited. You gonna be nice, buddy? Man, you're breathing harder than I do when I get a big fish on. That must have wore you out. That's exciting, man. That's exciting. That was a nice blue, y'all. He ain't no mongo, but we'll take him. We will take him. Oh, there he is, folks. There he is. He ain't no big fish, but that's okay. He ain't no little one either. He ain't no baby. I don't think. Nah, he's probably the best one of the morning so far. From what I can tell. Come on in here, boy. Trying to get him to come up this current rolling right here. There you go. He started back down, which would have been ideal. Ain't no bad fish though. Not at all. One thing for sure. If I get a big one on here, even bigger than him, I'm gonna have to go after him. One of them old dark rascals, man. Here you, buddy. You didn't know what happened, did you? Thought you just a normal day of breakfast. You got a hook yanked in your butt. Nice blue right there, folks. Hey, they're getting bigger. They're getting bigger. Thank you, Lord. Oh, there he is, folks. Oh, that's a good one. That's a better one. Man, Joker hit hard. Spooky when they hit right behind the boat like that. Yeah, that's gonna be a little better fish right there. Yep, that's a better one right there. Yep. Oh, man. Yep, that's a better fish. That's more like the ones we're looking for. He ain't no mongo, but hey, he's a good one though. They get bigger, every one. Every one we've caught's been bigger. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Don't make me turn the boat loose. I want your granddaddy for that. There we go. That's a nice one right there, folks. That is a nice one. Sure enough. That's the size we're looking for right there. That and bigger. But we'll take them off. We will take them off. Alright, buddy. Alright, folks, that's a better quality fish right there. Hey, you mean old rascal too, boy. Get them grippers in my hand while I hold you up. Nice one right there, folks. Oh, hey. Well, I appreciate you, buddy. I sure do. Go tell your granddaddy what I did. Folks, that is absolutely awesome, man. I tell you what, so addictive. So addictive. It's one of them techniques when you come out here and you're catching fish, and the whole time you're out here, you're thinking to yourself, man, when can I go back? When will I be able to get back down here and do this again? So this ain't nothing like it. That was a head bait there, and like I said, the heads cost me some fish from time to time, but usually the bigger bites come off the heads. I'm gonna go ahead and chop me up a few pieces here, and that way, if I need one, they're there, and I don't have to jack around with cutting up bait. So. He was right behind the boat, man. Kind of scared me. It felt funny. I guess I was on a rock pile, and I was sitting there fumbling with it, trying to get it to go over that pile. As soon as it did, he hit it. Oh, there you go. Oh, man. Another good one. Man. Dang head bait. If I'd had a body chunk on there, I'd caught that fish. The only good thing is it didn't get it. That was a hard hit right there. We're on the fish. We're in the juice right there. That's where that one come from, and that last one just bit was right there. Oh, there you go. Ah. All right, I gotta get that head off there. If it hit, maybe I think he got it. Man. No, he cut me off. Golly. I ain't had that to happen in forever. Man. That's the thing, though, folks. You down there in them rocks. Let me show y'all how I do this, folks. I don't know why I hadn't already. I mean, like I said, it's new to me, but it works for me. What I do, you got to get the pretty stout current. You can get it in the seam, but it don't work as well. And what I do, I like to just pitch mine outside the boat. I don't like to cast it out because I feel like you're overshooting a lot of fish, because I have caught them right behind the boat. And once it hits bottom, like that right there, you leave your spool open. You just let out a little line at a time, whatever it needs to stay on the bottom. Just bump it up and down. If you ever start touching the bottom and you consistently touching bottom bumping, you can lock your reel. Or for me, since I know what's behind me, I've done fished here, dropped my line out a few times a day. I'll continue to let line out. And just bump it like that. Quit hitting bottom, let a little line out. Once it touches bottom again, just sit there and bump it like that right there while it's on bottom. And then when it starts going on back, current picks up, surges and starts pulling it back, so let it go on back. Just a little bit at a time. Let off maybe a foot at a time. And then sometimes you'll get in a hole. It'll drop off in a hole. You may have to let out, 5-6 foot of line at a time. But that's a good thing, because usually that's where you're going to get bit. And usually when that happens, I'll drop it down. When I have to let off a lot of line, and that tells me I'm in a deeper hole. And when it does that, as soon as it touches bottom, I'll lock it down, because that's where I'm going to get bit. Like right there. I'm in a hole right there. I'll lock it down. Just sit there and bump it up and down. Because that's usually where they're going to be. Is in them holes or behind a rock. As long as I'm touching bottom, I don't never move it. I don't let no line out. I don't never reel any up. I just sit there and bump it on the bottom like that. And it may look like I'm picking it up a lot, but I'm not. It's probably only coming off the bottom maybe 6 inches. And all that's doing is keeping it from sitting still, getting hung. It just, and it lets it move around, because that current's moving under the water like this, Sometimes it'll just be going straight back, but it just moves that bait around. It looks more natural. And then once you get, now sometimes when you get in that spot to where you ain't having to let out any line, you got to keep it moving a little, like that right there. Just barely bump it. If you ever let it sit still, you got a lot greater chance of getting hung. So that's kind of how I do it. This current changes, man. 1 minute it's perfect, the next minute it ain't. Oh, there you go. When it's perfect, like that right there, you catch fish. Oh, that's a good fish right there, y'all. He's fighting like a good one anyway. Man, that'll eat your lump. I'm telling you what, if you ain't paying attention, these some guns will jerk your reel egg hanging. And they don't have to be big either. I mean, this ain't no Mongo fish, but even them 5-pounders, man, they'll jerk your rod out of your hand if you ain't careful. He ain't a big one at all. He's a good one, but he ain't a big one. Come on in here, big boy. He's a nice one though. Hey. Just calm down, buddy. Calm down. I'm just glad you let me know that I anchored up in the right spot. Yeah, I lay you a hook. Man, you look good. Sorry, buddy. I didn't mean to punch you in the eye. Gotta get my hook back though. Nice blue, y'all. They're so beat up here around these dams, man. Thank you, buddy. Trying to be nice to him. He's gonna sling water all over me. We got a front coming in. Supposed to get pretty stormy around noon. They ought to be absolutely eating. Well, I mean, they would be. They was, But this current messes them up, man. I mean, there's still fish here somewhere, and they're eating. But to sit back up on them, I mean, if I move over there and sit up, then the current's just gonna, it's just all over the place. There's no way to be consistent. And you got to present that bait to them, or you wasting your time. All right, folks, we in our last spot right here. I'll anchor down. And that wind is getting up, man. That storm, I looked at the radar. Storms are getting closer than they anticipated. It's supposed to be in the afternoon. It's supposed to be right between 12 and 2, but it's only 10. And they're already, there's rain popping up all over the place, and the storm just gonna start popping up. We're gonna give this a shot right here. This is the most consistent current I can find that I can sit in. All right, folks, we're finna wrap this one up, man. The rain's starting to come down. A lot heavier than I like it to be. Getting up my camera and stuff wet. You know, if the fish was biting, we'd stay out here in it, man, and give it a go. But I ain't had a bite in the last 30 minutes, so all this inconsistent current, man, has jacked them up. Because the fish were right here earlier, and you know, I hadn't got a bite, even a nibble, or anything. So we're gonna get ready to wrap this one up, man. Get out of here before the heavy stuff comes in. I want to let y'all know if you're interested in these stalker bumping rods, man, from Rippin Lips. I put a link to their website in my description. Same with Mid-Atlantic Catfish and same with Monster Rod Holders, man. I'll link all 3 websites in my description. Rippin Lips, if you want a discount on these rods, man, you use BJC 10, you get 10% off anything on the website. Same thing with Mid-Atlantic Catfish. Use BJC 15, you get 15% off anything on the website. I haven't got a code with Monster Rod Holders yet, but he's supposed to be sending me that. And once I get that, y'all can also get a discount on that. The Rippin Lips, man, the new line come out yesterday. Got a bunch of different colors in the Super Cat Legacy HDs and the regular Super Cat Legacies. Got a lot of different colors, man. Got pink, orange, yellow, several different colors, man. So y'all check them out if you're interested in them. Like I said, use that code. It helps me out a little bit, but at the same time, save yourself some money. But anyway, I'm gonna get these up, man, and get out of here. I appreciate y'all watching. I'll catch y'all on the next one. See you then. God bless you.